go ahead and go to our first company, let's find out what it is, because there's one company at the top and 3 at the bottom. We're going to find out a little bit about what that means as we find our person to talk to. Currently, actually, he's over there. He's talking to a buyer right now, which means he might be a little busy. We'll see if we can't get an interview with him, if we can sneak around here. No, we're going to go, you know what? Oh, we got him. Nope, we almost got him. No. We're going to go to the individual companies first. And say hello. Why don't we just start here?
There we go.
Hi.
Hello.
Good, how are you?
Good.
So this is Joe White.
Yes,
Joe White Malting.
From Australia.
Perfect. Can you introduce us to Joe White Maltings?
Right, so Joe White Maltings is part of Bought Malt, which is a large group. So Bought Malt has Joe White Maltings in Australia, Belgo Malt in Belgium, as well as the other craft brands as well in the UK. Yeah.
Okay, so what makes Joe White Maltings special?
Well, one thing is our innovation agenda. Absolutely. And Crystal we've got here from our innovation centre in Antwerp. Crystal's brought with her a creation of hers, the infusion malt. I won't steal her thunder. I'll let you.
First of all, what does fusion malt mean?
Infusion malt.
Infusion malt. What's that mean?
So these malt varieties are created with the addition of other raw ingredients into the malting process. So the malting process itself consists of 3 distinct phases: the water immersion phase, the germination, and the kiln. And my background is I was a craft brewer in Berlin for many years, and when I started working in the malting company, I started adopting a lot of similar techniques to the malting process. So incorporation of other raw ingredients into the malting process, and what we discovered is that these flavor and aroma compounds are able to infuse, hence infusion malt, into the malting barley throughout the malting process.
Can you give us an example? Like, what do you mean by that?
For example, this is our latest release, the gingerbread cookie infusion malt. Maybe you have a smell of that.
All right, let's give it a shot.
For the cameras.
Is it? Is it gingerbread? Is it like this?
So this
You smell this and you think of this?
That was not expected.
All right, hold on. Close your eyes. Yes, gingerbread.
That
Spot
is,
on.
I could have guessed that without even knowing in advance. That's amazing. So, like, you
Gingerbread
infuse that taste into the malting process, and
exactly.
then
yes.
you sell that to craft breweries around, and they use that to make delicious beer.
Not just craft breweries, creative brewers. So
Creative
actually,
brewers.
we have a lot of brewers and distillers, for that matter, who are hungry for more recipe options. For layering recipes.
What's happening right now? What is this?
So this is a Berliner Weisse.
Okay. I was getting jealous for a second. I was
No,
like, what is it? Is this?
So I brewed this beer. We actually, in our innovation center, we have a brewery.
Wait, that's your job? You just like, I'm just tasting it today. I'm gonna innovate something for my taste buds. What is this one?
So this is a Berliner Weisse, which is a sour style. I used to brew in Berlin, so I'm a fan of sour beers, and I included this infusion malt into that. This is sage and thyme, so it's a herbal infusion malt, and have a smell of that, sage and thyme. And so because the Berliner Weisse is naturally acidic from lactobacillus bacteria, that acidity is very citrus forward in my opinion, so it reminds me a lot of lemon, pith, has a lot of these pithy flavors, and I thought that would work well with sage and thyme. So I used some of the sage and thyme malt in the recipe to layer that recipe.
I think you've got me hooked on sour beers now that I've come here. Like that.
They're delicious, right?
They're so good.
At
So
first you're like,
refreshing.
sour beer, like what? And then all of a sudden you taste them. Perfect. It's like the perfect summer beer.
Yeah, no
It
kidding,
is.
right?
Is there any secret that you want to let the cameras know? Not so secret. Is there any secret flavors you're working on right now? Infusion flavor?
Yeah, I'm working on the next release because they're all seasonal releases.
Okay.
And I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be very citrus forward. I think it's going
That's a
to
good
work
hint.
wonderfully with IPAs and New England IPAs specifically.
And where do we leave our internship applications to help you test the flavors?
Well, you have to move to Belgium. So if you're cool
Okay.
with Belgian beer,
We can work with that. Thank you so much for talking with us.
pleasure. Thank you for talking
I'm
with
gonna take
us.
less.